Assalamualaikum. Welcome to the new session that is regarding the file conversion methods. We just discussed in the last class that there are few of the file compression techniques or the file conversion techniques. So we will be learning about one of them today, or you may say about all of them today. So now you might see on the screen, and not might, you are actually seeing it on the screen, that it says a CD is being used to store music. Each minute's worth of recording takes up 12 megabytes. That means 1 minute is equivalent to 1 megabyte. 1 minute is equals to, sorry, not 1 megabyte, 12 megabytes. Okay. Now, part A says the CD contains 9 tracks which are the following length in minutes: 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 2, 7, 8 and 8. How much memory would these 9 tracks occupy on the CD? If 1 minute is taking up 12 megabytes, so 3 minutes will be taking in 3 into 12 obviously. And we need to take a total. So what we can do, we can add first of all the minutes, and then we can multiply the result by 12, as well as we can multiply each of the minute by 12 and then add them or them sum them all together. So what I'm going to do, I'm first of all adding them all together. So that's 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 2, 7, 8, 8. 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 2, and that was 7, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 2. Sorry, 6, 4, 4, 5. I just skipped all. 6, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 2, and then 7. 5, 2, and then 7 plus 8 plus 8. And I need to multiply that result by 2. Okay, so make sure you're not allowed to utilize the calculators in your computer sciences from your O levels till your A2 levels. So obviously not in entire O levels you're not allowed to utilize the calculators. So you need to do it by your own. Okay, that is the reason that with the file conversion techniques, examiner allows you to utilize 1000 instead of the 1224, because if you're going to utilize 1224, that will be quite complicated for you to divide that or to multiply that. So now coming towards the addition part, 3 plus 5 is equivalent to 8, 8 plus 4, 8 plus 6 is equals to 14, 14 plus 4 gives you a 18, 18 plus 5 gives you a 23, 23 plus 2 it's 25, 25 plus 7 it's a 32, 32 plus 8 it's 40, and then it's 48. So 48 multiplied by 12. So we can do it roughly over here. 48 into 12. So 2 8 is 16, 6 1 carry, 2 1 2 4 is 8, 1 9, and 8 and a 4 over here. So it will be 6 9 9 18, but it's 9 8, so it's 17 7 1 5 76. So what is the total size that we are right now getting? That is 576 MBs. Now if we come to the next phase or the next part, it says if the CD was downloaded to a computer and then all the tracks were put through an MP3 compression algorithm. That means the compression is being going on over here, or the compression is done over here. How much memory would the 9 tracks now occupy? You may assume a 90% file reduction size. That means they are saying 576 MBs was the actual size, but now you have reduced the size by the 90%. So if you have reduced the size by the 90%, so obviously 10% is remaining. So what will be the 10% out of this? That was part A. Now coming towards part B. So 576 into 10 divided by 100, we will be getting the answer. That will be 57.6 MBs is left after reducing the file size, because it was reduced by the 90%. Now they are saying find the average size of each of the MP3 tracks. Okay, now the sizes were given to us, but they were variant. Like the first track is of 3 minutes, then of 5, then of 6, then again then 4, then again 5, and so on. So now they are saying that find the average size of the MP3 tracks, and then estimate how many MP3 files could be stored on a 800 megabyte CD? So how are we going to do that? We are going to, okay, now the total was 576, and how many tracks were there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. There were 9 tracks over there. So what we can do, we can divide 576 by 9. Okay, now dividing 576 by 9, so 9 6 9 4s up, 9 9, I forgot that as well. 9 18 27 36 5 45 6 54. Yeah, I was right. 9 6 54. Okay, 3 is left over here, so that will give you a 36. So 9 4 is 36. That means 64 megabyte is the average size of the MP3 tracks. Now they are saying on the 800 megabyte CD, how many of these this size of the tracks, how many of this 64 megabyte songs could be stored? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide 800 by 64. That will be giving me a result. So 64 ones are 64. Now if I'm going to subtract 80 from 64, that will be giving me a 6, and 7 minus 6 will be giving me a, so it will be a 160. Now 160 in the table of 16 will give me a 6, it will be, I think so, 64 divided by 160. So 64, then it will be 8, and yeah, 128. Then just after 128 it will be, we need to add 64 more, so that will be 8 plus 4 12, 2 and 1 carry, so 3. No, I think so I'm doing something wrong. Let's check it out once again. So 64 plus 64 will give me a 128. Now plus 64, so 8 plus 4 12, 2 and 1 carry. Okay, that was the thing I was doing mistake over here. 2 plus 1 3 and 3 6 9 and 1, so it will be a 192. Okay, so we cannot go for the 192. Yeah, but we can go towards 2. That's why, because that was 160, and if we subtract 160 from 128, so what is the thing that we are getting? We are getting 2 over here, then it's 5 minus 2, that will give me a 3 and 0. Okay, so 320 will be the thing, because we will be placing the point over here. So just after the point, let's see what we are getting. Okay, now just after 192 we can add 64 more to get the next part. Yeah, that's a lengthy one. Why that's a lengthy one? Because you are not allowed to utilize the calculators. Okay, so the trick part over here, what you can do over here, after 12 it's a point. Now they have asked us that how many mp3 files could be stored on an 800 megabyte CD. So for this stuff, what you can do over here, you can actually utilize that. Obviously after the point, not a half or not any part of the song, like you can't say that instead of a complete song only a part of the song could be stored on the CD. So that means 12 songs will be stored over here. So you need to write the answer in the same format as they have asked. So it will be 12 songs in all that will be stored on that particular CD, because not the part of that particular song could be stored over here. That's the reason that you can write that only 12 songs could be stored over here. So this is how you need to do this part. Now coming to the next question, that's regarding the image formats. So now they are saying an image is 1200 pixels by 1600 pixels. Calculate. In the first part they are saying the total number of the pixels in the original image. So we need to take out the total number, that means the resolution. So what we can do, 12 into 16, so 12 multiplied by 16, 6 2s are 12, 2 1 carry, 6 1s are 6 and 1, 7 2 and 1. So it will be 192. So you will be getting 192 and then 4 zeros, 2 for the 1200 and 2 for the 1600. Now this is the number of the pixels that you are getting over here. Okay, just after that they are saying in the part B, the number of the bytes occupied by this file. Okay, so it's, as I just told you when I was explaining, that a colored image, an RGB image, is taking 3 bytes. So for this, it's, they haven't said that it's a monochrome, so we will be considering it as a RGB color file. So 4 zeros over here, multiply by 3 to convert it into the bytes. So what we can do, simply we will need to multiply 192 by 3. So 3 to the 6, 3 nines it's, sorry, 27, 7 and 2 carry, 3 ones are 3 and 2 5, that's a 576. Okay, 576 and then 4 zeros. So these are the number of the bytes that we do require over here. Okay, just after that, coming to the third phase, they are saying the file size of the JPG image in kilobytes if the original image was reduced by the factor of 8. Now factor of 8 means that they have reduced it by 8 times. So what I can do over here, first of all, I can, because they have asked us in the kilobytes, so first of all what I can do, I can just divide 576 4 times 0 by 1000 to convert it into the kilobytes. So I will be getting a 5760 kilobyte. Now this is you may say that's not compressed right now. Now they are saying that you need to compress it by the factor of 8. So that means 5760 will be divided by 8. 5760 divided by 8. So 8 7s are 56. 16. 8 to the 16 and 0 will be over here as it is. Okay. So that means we are getting as an answer 720 kilobytes file size. So this is how you need to reduce this, or this is how you need to do with the pixel stuff. So that was all for this session. Thank you so much guys. See you in the next session. Allah Hafiz.